Many Americans, as they're getting closer to retirement age, have a big question to answer, and that is, when should I start taking my Social Security? In this video, I'm going to be discussing the reasons why it may be a good idea to take your Social Security at age 62. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I'd like to welcome back those subscribed members of my channel. Thank you once again for watching. And for those of you that haven't subscribed, my name is Justin, and I do updates on Social Security benefits, as well as how to earn money, save money, and to build your net worth. So if any of those topics interest you, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you'll be notified each and every time I upload a new video. And if you find this content helpful, please be sure to hit the like button so that YouTube will share this video with others like you. So the big question, should you take your Social Security benefits at age 62? Well, as many of you know, if you start taking your Social Security benefits at age 62, your benefit will be reduced than if you take it at the full retirement age. Full retirement age is between 66 and 67, depending on what year you were born. I will leave a link to a retirement age calculator in the description below. But for now, let's talk about receiving benefits at age 62 and why it may be advantageous to do so. So why does the Social Security Administration lower the amount of benefits if you start receiving your Social Security at age 62? Well, it's because as you receive your benefits earlier, you're going to be receiving more benefits over time. Whereas if you start receiving your benefits later, they can pay you a higher amount because they expect that your life expectancy is not going to be quite that much longer the later you receive your benefits. According to a government report, the Social Security benefit formula adjusts monthly payments so that someone living to average life expectancy should receive about the same amount of benefits over their lifetime regardless of which age they claim. This means that the Social Security Administration has calculated, based on when you start receiving your benefits, about how much the average person, based on the average life expectancy, will receive Social Security benefits. That means that the Social Security Administration has calculated, based on when you start receiving your benefits and how much and how long most people are going to live, that they will pay out about the same amount no matter when you start receiving your benefits. If you start taking your benefits at age 62 and live until age 80, you will have received benefits for 18 years. Whereas if you wait and start taking your benefits at age 70 and then pass away at age 80, then you will have only taken benefits for 10 years, almost half of the amount of time than if you had started taking your benefits at age 62. And so the Social Security Administration basically says, okay, if you start taking it early, we're going to reduce those benefits because we're going to have to pay you out longer. So take a look at this break-even analysis chart, and this chart is from themotleyfool.com, and I'll include a link to it in the description below. It used to be that people would just say, look at the break-even analysis chart to decide if you want to take your benefits early or not. I don't think it's quite that simple. If you start taking your benefits at age 62, but at the lower amount, the chart shows that if you were to live until age 77, you would be better off waiting until you are 66 or full retirement age to start taking your retirement benefits from Social Security. And if you live longer than 77 years old, you will continue to make more money if you wait until you're age 66 than if you retire at age 62. If you wait until you're age 70 and take delayed retirement, then you would need to receive benefits until about age 82 before you would actually see any sort of benefit by waiting until age 70. That since you're watching this video, you're trying to decide if you wanted to start taking benefits at age 62. Here are the 5 reasons why you might want to take your Social Security benefits starting at age 62. And these are in no particular order, but there are 5 of them. The first reason for taking your Social Security at age 62 is if you are single and in poor health. The reason for this is, if you are starting to take your benefits at age 62, but you think you may not live until age 70 or even maybe age 67, you're going to want to start taking your benefits as soon as possible. If unfortunately you're in poor health and you don't feel like you're going to live another 10 years, you need to start taking your benefits as soon as possible so that you'll actually maximize the amount of benefit that you'll have while you are still alive. Based on the break-even analysis chart I showed earlier, if you live until age 75, you are better off taking your Social Security now rather than later. And if you pass away even earlier than age 75, it's even more advantageous to take your Social Security benefits at age 62. Of course, with advances in modern medicine, many people are living a lot longer than we used to in the past. And so make sure that you keep that in mind, that there may be a chance that you could get better and that you could that your health could improve. But if you are in poor health and you are single, it is a good idea to probably look at this break-even analysis to determine when it might be a good idea to start taking your Social Security benefits. Even if you are in good health, these are the other reasons why you might want to start taking your benefits at age 62. Reason number 2 is if you actually need the income. If you barely have enough money to scrape by and you really need the Social Security benefit income, you probably should start taking it at age 62. If you're making less than $18,240 per year, you will not be penalized for even working. So if you want, you could continue working as long as you're making less than $18,240 per year, and maybe you could scale back your hours. But then with your Social Security benefit, you could have a better quality of life combined with your regular income. And so taking Social Security at age 62 may be a good idea for you. Social Security was not initially meant to be the only income that many people lived off of when it was originally put into place. However, more than 60% of the people on Social Security are using Social Security as more than half of their regular income. And 80% of people on Social Security are actually relying on Social Security as part of their income as well. So millions of Americans and millions of people here in this country are relying on Social Security to make sure that they are living a comfortable life or even scraping by. If you are struggling to get by and coming up on age 62, it may be a good idea to consider taking your Social Security right at age 62 as soon as you can. Of course, along with all of this advice, you should talk to a financial planner or a financial advisor that can counsel you in the best time to take your Social Security as well. Reason number 3 for taking your Social Security at age 62 is if you plan to quit working your job and retire, the earlier you take your Social Security and the earlier you have in your life, the better health you're going to be in. So having that extra money from Social Security when you're 62 and you're hopefully in pretty good health, you can enjoy that money a lot earlier on. As you get older, your health is going to decline. That's just a fact of life. So enjoying the life that you can now at age 62 and enjoying that extra money that's coming from Social Security may make it worth it to start taking your Social Security now. However, if you make more than $18,240 per year at your job and you're not planning on quitting, you may want to consider that, because after $18,240 per year, your Social Security benefit is even reduced more based on your income that you are making at your current job. But if you are quitting your job and planning to quit your job at or before age 62, and you're planning to retire and maybe do some fun things, go on a vacation, go on some trips, and just maybe enjoy some of that money from all that hard work that you've put in all the rest of your life, taking your money right at age 62 may be a good idea. While the amount will be lower if you take it at age 62, you will have a better chance of enjoying it in your younger years than you will maybe later on when you're 70 or later on than that. So just remember, if you plan to quit your job or in your job you make less than $18,240 per year and you want to start enjoying some of the fruits of your labors all of these years, taking your retirement at age 62 may be a wise choice. Reason number 4 to start taking your Social Security at age 62 is you have a child dependent. Now this child could be an adult dependent if they are disabled and were disabled before age 22, or they could just be a child under the age of 18 that you are still taking care of. If you start getting your Social Security benefits at age 62, you will also receive an extra benefit for that dependent child at home. Now there are a lot of different scenarios to consider and a lot of different things that you have to consider when claiming a child dependent, whether they are disabled and an adult dependent or whether they are a child under the age of 18. So you will want to check out on the Social Security Administration website, ssa.gov, and I'll leave a link to some of these in the description below where you can see how it would affect you claiming a child to receive that extra Social Security benefit for them. Now, in order to be eligible to receive that extra benefit, they need to be under the age of 18, like I said, or an adult dependent that was disabled before the age of 22. In addition to this, they can be your biological child, they can be your adopted child, they can even be your stepchild. And in addition to this, even a dependent grandchild could be eligible for you could receive Social Security benefits if you have a dependent grandchild that you are taking care of. Now, some of the stipulations on these are a little specific, so you'll want to check that out and contact somebody at the Social Security Administration to find out if your child actually qualifies as well. And if you do have an adult dependent child that was disabled before the age of 22, it won't matter how much money they made. It will be more tied to the amount of money that you made when you were working. And so if you have an adult dependent child, it is not contingent on how much money they made or even if they worked or not. This Social Security benefit for a disabled adult child is tied to your work history and your Social Security benefits, not to their work history and their benefits. It's a separate benefit. But find out how much money you will receive extra for your dependent child, whether they're a minor and under the age of 18, or whether they're an adult dependent that was disabled before the age of 22. Figure out on the Social Security Administration website and working with the Social Security to find out how much money you would receive, and that may factor into your decision to start collecting your Social Security at age 62. Reason number 5, if a spousal or survivor's benefit makes it worthwhile, you may want to take your Social Security at age 62, and I'm going to explain the reasons why this might be advantageous for you. Now, there are 2 benefits for a spouse if we're talking about Social Security spousal benefits. There's one that's the spousal benefit, and then there's one that's the survivor's benefit. The survivor's benefit is for a spouse that has had a working spouse that passed away, and we'll talk about kind of both of these and how they differ a little bit. But the spousal benefit is for a living spouse that maybe was making more money than you did, and your spousal benefit means that you will receive 50% of their Social Security benefit. So let's say they make $1,500 on their Social Security benefit per month. As a spousal benefit, you would receive $750 for that spousal benefit. That's if it's less than the amount you are receiving on your own Social Security. And I'll leave a link in the description below to calculate your spousal benefits from the Social Security Administration website, the SSA.gov website. So one of the things with a spousal benefit is you cannot start claiming your spousal benefit until your spouse actually starts receiving their own retirement. You get 50% of your spouse's benefit as a spousal benefit if it's higher than your own Social Security benefit. If your spouse earns more Social Security than you or will earn more Social Security than you, but is not in good health, it may be a good idea to start receiving that spousal benefit right now. Because as soon as your spouse passes away, then it will become the survivor's benefit. And the survivor's benefit is up to 100% of what their Social Security benefit was before they passed away. So if your spouse is in poor health and they earn more than you on Social Security, then you will start receiving 100% of their Social Security benefit. And that's what is called the survivor's benefit. It's basically because you had a spouse that passed away that was a working spouse, and you can actually start receiving this survivor's benefit as early as age 60. The 2 reasons why you might want to take Social Security at age 62 is if your spouse is the higher earner but in poor health, or if your spouse is the lower earner but older than you, it may be advantageous to start taking your Social Security benefits now. Now, Social Security benefits are a complicated matter, and I can't go over all of the details of all of it in this video. However, I'm hoping that the information that I provided at least got you thinking and got you considering whether you should actually take your Social Security benefits at age 62 or not. If you follow some of these reasons, you go over some of these reasons, and you start thinking, hey, it would actually probably be good for me to start taking my Social Security at age 62. Contact a financial advisor or financial planner and get their input and get what they think that is best for your scenario. I can't cover it for every single one of you in this video, but hopefully this information has been helpful to you. If it has been helpful, be sure to like this video. And also consider subscribing to my channel so that I can keep you in the loop on all the Social Security benefit updates and also on some of the ins and outs of the Social Security benefits. In addition to this, I will talk about how to earn money, save money, and to retire comfortably, hopefully someday. Thank you once again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you again soon.